Shame, regret, and guilt, and how those feelings relate to your health and wellness journey and your overall development as an individual. Let me preface this by saying I'm not a doctor. I'm speaking from my experience of working with many different people and the results that I've got. I'm basically going to be speaking about addiction, and so I'm speaking to people that have had addiction problems or have addiction problems. I've worked with many people that have had addiction problems, and we've gotten really good results. Currently, I work with people that have addiction problems, whether it's a drug, alcohol, or even food. What happens is somewhere along their journey, they're going to get off track, and the initial response to that is going to be feelings of shame, regret, and or guilt. And the typical response to that is going to be to reject those feelings, to drown them out, because they don't feel good to feel, right? So people reject them and drown them out. The typical advice, support, and guidance that individual is going to get from the people around them, their friends, their family, even a health professional, is also seemingly very much rooted in avoidance. It's going to be to avoid those feelings, to get rid of them quickly, that they shouldn't feel that way. They're not good feelings. What happens is that person in return never learns the lesson that shame, regret, and guilt is there to teach them. Shame, regret, and guilt are very much guidelines. They're there to communicate to you that you're not in alignment with the person that you want or need to become. They're notifications that you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You could think of them as like a nudge from your conscience to do better. And those feelings are actually there to serve you in future decision making. So imagine this. You have an alcohol addiction problem. You've committed to not drinking. You're in a situation when you're presented with alcohol. You take a drink. Eventually you feel feelings of shame, regret, and guilt. But instead of rejecting those feelings, you sit in those feelings. You learn from them. They motivate you to change your behavior, and they become useful so that in a future situation, when that happens again and alcohol is presented to you, you may go to grab that drink and immediately think to yourself, do I really want to feel those feelings of shame, regret, and guilt again? Do I want to feel like that? Is this worth it? And you're going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling this way. I need to change my behavior. I'm fed up. You're going to make a smarter decision, and you're not going to accept that drink. So those feelings are very much there to serve you and support you, but you have to be aware of them. A lot of people are so detached from their conscious, and they don't really have much self-awareness. So when those feelings come, you have to practice more self-reflection. The next time shame, regret, and guilt come up, don't reject those feelings, accept them, learn from them, use them, and let them pass in a healthier way. Nobody's meant to be on a straight and narrow path. You're actually meant to waver so that you can pick up these lessons and get back on track, more relentless, more committed to the accomplishment of the goal, more committed to overcoming an addiction.